Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our Dancing with the Stars review. It is Villains Week. We have to start off the video with a little bit of villainy here. I'm a bald man. Bald men are often villains in things.
True, like Lex Luthor.
I am the Lex Luthor of dance, everyone. Here too. I don't think Lex Luthor can dance, so I think this is actually perfect for this.
This was my favorite episode. I really love Disney Week, and I always look forward to that. But this was so good. Everyone got so into their characters, and there were some villains that I did not expect to see.
Yeah.
I really didn't expect it.
Yeah, this was fun. I really liked a lot of the routines. The costumes were next level.
They were really good.
Costume
team, man, that was really good.
Like, even the judges, they were so well done.
Carrie Ann was so cute. I know she's, the clown from It, and it is scary, but she looks so cute.
Everything about this show was really, really fun. Of course, I'm sure there's a result that we'll have. Reactions, that is what we do with Dancing with the Stars.
Yep.
But before we dive in, if you guys do enjoy this discussion, be sure to subscribe because we're doing this every week throughout the rest of the season.
Yep.
We also have a very jam-packed week coming up. I mean, we've got
no kidding.
Bachelorette tomorrow.
Yep.
This Is Us tomorrow.
2 hours,
I know.
guys.
Amazing Race on Wednesday. Big Brother is ending. There's a lot of content you guys are not going to want to miss.
Yeah, there's a lot coming up. All right, so let's talk about these bottom two. So after Monica's dance, and she got 22, besides that big sweeping kick over his leg, I was like, okay, this dance is going to be something. And then that, for me, was the height of the dance. The rest of it, I was like, okay, it's okay, but I've seen that you can do so much better.
I think a part of the problem is I just feel like Monica got a little bit screwed over in the costume/theme department.
Agreed.
You've got Maleficent.
Yep.
You've got Freddy Krueger.
You got Dracula. Yeah. There's such huge characters here. Yeah, and then she gets One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which not everyone has seen, or even I've seen it, and I was just like, this is what's happening here. All right.
Yeah, it's Nurse Ratched is known for a couple of things. Maybe you saw that movie. Maybe you saw that Ryan Murphy show on Netflix, which I haven't seen at all. And it's just you're comparing it though to Freddy freaking Krueger.
I know. Yeah, no, Monica really got kind of screwed over with that. Jeannie Mae, why is she in the bottom? That was a 10 out of 10 for me. I loved everything about it. I loved that it was Hannibal Lecter. That was not something. This is one of these villains. I was like, Hannibal Lecter, this is happening on this show. This is really cool. They even had fava beans on a table on the side. I loved everything about it. 10 out of 10 for me. She should not have been in the bottom.
I would have given it maybe a 9, but
no, get out of here.
It was still really good.
No.
I did love it a lot. It was fun. It was, I say fun for a dance involving a cannibal, but
it was. And then they were dancing to that Nelly Furtado song, Man,
I know,
that I
so
love so much. So I was like, it had all the elements.
This Genie unfortunately suffered from a condition called
going first.
The first curse. It struck Johnny Weir last week.
Yep.
It struck Jeannie Mai this time.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I think that it's just going to keep happening. I do think Jeannie will bounce back from this. It's hard, though, because I think Monica was, for sure, and this is no disrespect to Monica, but she was the person who was easy to predict would be going under these circumstances.
Yeah, I was pretty worried after I saw her score, and I just wasn't, I'm not familiar with her. I know that there's a cheer fan base out there, but I just wasn't sure that she was going to stick around.
I just didn't know who was going to be in the bottom two with her, honestly, because I'm looking at the rest of the field. It's nobody else did particularly bad. We will have a Kaitlyn Bristol discussion later on in this video.
Yeah, but everyone is pretty packed together sort of in the same group. And that did include Monica last week.
Yeah, there's just like a little bit of people going up and down, but some people are rising, and I know that you have a number of things you're just storing away for Nelly's Nook later on in this video.
Nelly's Nook is happy tonight,
Yeah,
guys.
there's a rave going on in Nelly's Nook at the moment.
That's right, he finally got all those 9s that he deserved last week.
It was just such a fun show, and yeah, I'm sad for Monica. She doesn't get to continue, but hey, you know, you got to be a part of Disney Week.
Yep.
You got to be a part of Villain/Halloween Week.
Past the halfway mark. That's pretty good.
That's pretty darn good. I mean, yeah, you got stuck with Nurse Ratched, and other people got to do things way better.
Agreed. You got screwed over, Monica.
All right.
So we'll go into Johnny now, who got a 27. I was actually really surprised he went second because they made him go first last week, and I was just like, what is happening here to him?
I don't know, but I like the fire that was in his eyes, though, in the package. He was just like, how dare you people put me in the bottom two?
I agree. I love him. And I love that he was a vampire. I love Dracula. I have seen every movie I can get my hands on. I'm actually just started reading the book. I am all about vampires and Dracula. So it was really cool to see this. We've got some other Halloween type stuff over on our Instagram at Matt and Jess TV. So if you don't follow us, you should check it out. But yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed everything about this, except for whoever was running that mist machine, man. You guys need to pull that back. There were parts of that dance I was like, I can't see what's happening here. This dance was really, really beautiful.
I loved that Johnny's vampire character was very much of a certain time. He did not dress as modern day emo vampire, because then he would have been like, I'm too in my feelings to dance right now. And I just, we don't need that on Dancing with the Stars.
No, I love vampires, but I love Dracula kind of vampires. Johnny type vampires.
This felt very like Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I love the choreography on it.
Oh, it was so good.
He was so into it. This is the Johnny that I love. I mean, granted, Johnny was still being the Johnny that I loved last week. It just didn't work as well.
Yeah.
But I loved this routine. It's not in my top 2 of the night, but it's it's top half. I will definitely say that much.
Okay, so then we have Christelle, who got a 26. And I really liked this dance. And one of the things I really liked about it was that it actually felt like they were attacking each other in this dance, which is something that you get a little bit of that in dances, but not like this. This was something I had not seen before. So when I saw 26, I was like, it needs to be a bit higher than that for this dance. That's what I felt. I feel like the scores were strange tonight.
You know what it needed to be? It needed to be a freaking 30 because this was the best dance of the night.
Right?
This was outstanding. The mood of it was cool. The lighting was I love the way that they shot it. I don't know if this is something that is done in choreography. I don't know. I kind of am curious about a lot of that stuff, but I just felt like she was so in character. And this is obviously something that suits her really well because she's an actress and she really embodied Maleficent. And I was actually looking a lot at people's faces when they were dancing tonight because I wanted to see their evil on their face. And she was in it.
She was.
I really felt like this was just some kind of creepy action sequence in the middle of the movie. I actually forgot for a minute that it was a cheesy ballroom dance competition.
Yeah, I had forgotten that it was a dance as well. And I did feel like I was in the middle of this gorgeous, intense battle that was going on. It was the best dance of the night. And I say that as someone who loves me some Nelly, and he was amazing too. But this was it really was something I had never really experienced before.
And this is kind of what I was hoping from Christelle when I saw that she was going to be on this show, because it was I knew that she was capable of this sort of stuff, and I'm glad that the judges are finally recognizing it, though they could probably recognize it with a 10 or something like that.
Yeah,
but,
26, not for that dance.
I know, it's just a little bit higher and it would have been all right.
Yeah.
AJ's dance with Cheryl. I mean, I'm glad that Cheryl is okay.
Yes.
Took a pretty hard fall in rehearsals.
Yes, they did not need to slow that down to show me her hitting her head. It was rough. That was the worst horror part of the show.
Yeah, this dance itself, like I'm a little divided on it because I do think it was really well done, and I think the choreography was there, and AJ is a good performer.
Yeah, he is.
It's just once again, I know that Psycho and like all these sort of themes that are coming into this. It's just that I don't know. It's just all the other costumes and the other ideas. The concepts were just stronger. So it's just like if I'm running through in my head which one's the most memorable, it's probably pretty low on the list.
Yeah, the characters are obviously iconic, Norman Bates and his mom, but at the same time, it is still, they're dancing to the Psycho, like, theme song, which was really weird. Like, it gave an eerie feeling, but even watching the dance to it is like, okay, there's parts of this theme song where it works, and then there's parts of this song where I'm like, okay, this isn't working anymore, and I don't know what is going on. I think it was mostly just the music was so difficult.
The thing that I can't figure out here is that Disney, they own Marvel in addition to like 2 billion other properties. Mm-hmm. Why was there no like Marvel supervillain on the show tonight? Like why not go do something like that? Something that's a little bit more out of left field. Where's Jack Skellington? Oh, I guess he's not really a villain, but it's the Nightmare Before Christmas. It's Halloween. Come on.
Yeah, no, it's true. No, it wasn't bad, but after what I saw AJ do last week, I was kind of like, oh yeah, he got kind of screwed on the costume thing as well. They had a really difficult song. It was just not fitting together for me tonight.
All right, I'm gonna set you up here with the ultimate introduction, and now it is time for Nelly's Nook, where Jess talks and oozes her joy about Nelly. Here you go. Let's have it.
All right. Welcome to Nelly's Nook. Nelly's Nook is very happy tonight. He finally got his 9s. The 9s he should have had last week. The 10s he should have had this week. But that's all right. I will take what I can get. Is better late than never for Nelly. This was great. However, scary for me because some of my most scary sort of villains, Freddy Krueger's really near the top of the list. The Shining is the scariest movie I've ever seen, but Freddy Krueger, that character, he's very, clever. He's very clever. And then he, of course, comes into your dreams, which really scares me, Those movies, I can't even with them. The thing that I thought was so cool, and I was worried. I'm gonna tell you, Nelly fans, I was worried when I saw that claw on his hand. I was like, oh no, listen, he's a great dancer, but was he gonna be able to deal with that and catch all the hand holding and all the moves with that? I was like, this could go so badly, but if he nails this, those 10s are coming. That's what I thought. Those 10s are coming. He's one of the only people that had that. I know that the Bride of Chucky and Sky and them, they had the knives, but they threw them away. He danced that whole dance with that claw the whole time. Those knife fingers. He was awesome. Awesome job, Nelly.
See, as someone who has already lost, the tree I was in with Oak, it's already been cut down. I've lost Vernon now. I don't have my singular person anymore, so I'm kind of hanging outside of Nelly's Nook, asking if I could come in and party because I did.
I'm feeling a little more confident now that you can come in and party. Okay. That you're not going to burn down Nelly's Nook like you did Oak's treehouse. Okay.
Oak burned it down himself because he was terrible, but Nelly, I like the joy that he's just dancing with now. We said this last week. I feel like he's so much more into the competition now than he was. Yes,
I feel like his confidence is really growing. And I love people that grow each week, and he is it for me.
I would have had a hard time with that because number one, you have that claw hand you got to deal with.
Yeah, I thought that was a prop that was going to be really difficult.
I think he also had one of the hard-end makeup jobs on the night, you know, having to wear all that on his face the whole show. Yep. I just thought that he captured the character well. He had fun with it. I didn't know about the song choice at first, when I'm being honest. It's does this really line up with anything? But
yeah, I wasn't sure either, but it worked. It worked well.
All right, so now we get into Justina, who had a very interesting take to come on the Halloween episode and talk about how much you hate Halloween, Justina.
I was really happy for that because you know what? Before that, everyone was like, I love Halloween. It's my favorite of the year. And I was like, okay, what if we were like airing this around Christmas? And I would be like, Christmas, man, that's my favorite holiday of the year. Valentine's Day. I live for Valentine's Day. That's what I was expecting every single person. So when Justina came out and was like, listen, I am not a Halloween person, I'm like, thank you. That's all right. It's okay to not have it be your favorite thing. Because we love you, Justina.
As long as you're coming out, you're embracing the character, you're doing a good job. Like, you gave me a heart attack when you started like shouting in the middle of this.
This is what I love about her is the commitment that she puts into stuff because she is such a performer. Like, I'm really glad that her teacher made her come back and continue on because she really is someone that puts everything into it. This again was another score 26 where I was like, this was a great dance. She put everything into it. Yeah, the screaming, all of it. This is like a really iconic character. She did a great job. What is with these scores tonight?
I think this was like a 27, a 28.
27, 28, yes. Not a 26. 26 was a bit low.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone for an 8 there. But we do have our first perfect score from the judges who have given it to Nev for his Black Swan routine.
It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. It was powerful. It deserved what it got.
It did. Like
oh, what do you mean? It did.
Okay, see, this is the thing is that
I'm sorry, Nev.
I'm not.
You did deserve this. Don't listen to Matt. I don't even know what he's gonna say yet.
Well, this is the problem. Is that I'm saying Christelle's was the best dance of the night.
Yeah.
And I think it was a 30. But it's like if I say that Nev's was a 30, then it's like I'm saying they're both equally as good in my mind.
No, because Jeannie was a 10 out of 10 for me as well. So listen, there can be other people who were worthy of a 10 out of 10, and Chriselle is still the best dance of the night.
There can be only one. No, I'm joking. But okay.
Don't listen, Nev. You deserve that.
He does deserve it. I mean, technically, it was beautiful. It was so well done. I've never seen Black Swan, so.
Oh, it's great. Okay, well, we'll be doing that.
Yeah, see, that's a part of the problem. It's just that I don't have the same connection here as I think a lot of other people did. But I understand the brilliance of the routine. Imagine if Nev had done this when he had all that chest hair going on earlier this season.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm the only person who thought of that, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't think about that, but yeah.
Spectacular, though. Like, I mean, Nev is a season.
The chest hair or his dancing?
His dance. Okay, the chest hair was also pretty spectacular. He could have kept the chest hair and he could have done it Don Draper, because Don Draper's kind of a villain to some people, right?
Oh, he's a villain. There is not even to some people.
See, yeah, that could have worked. I don't know if a dance to the Madman theme would be interesting. But anyway, I really do think he was a great dancer tonight. I think it was worthy of it. Nev's got a good chance of winning this show.
Oh, I think so. Okay, let's talk about Sky, because she was awesome. I've never seen Bride of Chucky. I've actually never seen any of the Chucky movies, honestly.
I don't know if I have either, to be well. Like I'm really like letting down these Halloween fans. I haven't seen Black Swan. I haven't seen Chucky.
No, I haven't seen any of the Chucky movies. That was always one where I was like, a puppet that kills people. I don't know. However, this was really good. I enjoyed this quite a bit. She's definitely had a harder time this season, but this was great. She deserved her 27. Definitely good.
Yeah, I think this was properly scored. I think it was. I think she's still got a little room to perfect some things, but I still feel like she didn't have any of the big mistakes that she had last time. She got a lot of her confidence back.
Yes, I was about to say, she felt confident, and you could see it in the dance. It was great.
And this was hard because you're having to play a very specific sort of character in this routine.
Yep.
Okay, so the last person, here's where things get really, really interesting.
Not interesting, super weird. Also interesting.
Kaitlyn Bristol.
Also weird.
Okay, I'll be honest. I loathe Cruella de Vil with every fabric of my being. Like, I guess that's kind of the point.
It is the point.
It's just like I think that this was a really strong dance. I like the song choice for it. Mm-hmm. It was weird seeing Cruella dance with the Dalmatian. I will make that clear.
No, that part was weird. I thought the dance was really good. I thought the ending was really soft. Like, it felt like it was like strong, strong, strong. And then there was this kind of soft end where I was just kind of like, oh, is it over? Is that the end? So that part I was a little bit like, oh, okay, I don't know what's going on there. But the rest of it, I was like, this is quite good, is very good. And then like Carrie Ann pulled out her 7, and I was like, oh, she must have made a mistake, or maybe I'm reading this wrong, or what is happening here? This was not a 7 performance. My tinfoil hat theory is that she does not want another Bachelor contestant winning the show.
I don't know. You may not be that far off. Maybe she just hates Bachelor Nation or whatever.
I don't know what was going on, but when I saw that 7, I was floored. I was like, this can't be right. This isn't right.
Yeah, like, I'm not the biggest fan. I haven't been the biggest Kaitlyn fan this season. Like, I've made that clear, but that's just because I'm more invested to other people. But, like, this was, to me, a 9 dance. Like,
yes, it was.
The technique was really, really there. I think the only thing that held it back a little bit for me, and this is why it's not a 10, is that I feel like she could have gone even more evil. Like, I think that she had the facial expression thing going, but I wanted it to be carried, like, through the rest of her, like, her arms and the way that she was moving around a little bit, and maybe that would have given it that stronger of an ending.
I felt really bad for her when she was sitting at the end where there was 3 people left, and Tyler was like, in no particular order, the last person that's being eliminated is, or that is safe is, and then it was Kaitlyn, the look on her face, she was getting like really worried, and she was one of the bottom scorers.
I know how bad Kaitlyn wants to be there, and how she basically got this opportunity taken away from her years ago. So I'm really happy that she is there. And you know what? Ultimately, I hope that this week sort of just lights a fire under her to not just be as good as she can be technically, but just bring us in more and have more fun with us. Like, I know Kaitlyn has that. I've seen it.
Oh, for sure she does. She is just a fun person. And I think it's hard when you come into this competition and you already have dance experience that people are like, okay, I already know that she's amazing, so I'm gonna, judge her on that she's not growing with this competition. She's already at the top, so she better be at the top every week. It's sort of unfair because she's being sort of measured with a bit of a different stick. That's what I think is happening with her. And it feels like that happens a lot with people who come in who are ringers that have lots of dance experience.
No, I think it's true, and we've seen it happen before, but Kaitlyn's clearly got a big audience. I think she's going to be fine.
People are going to come out for her. There's no way. Bachelorette's even airing right now, so everybody's all fired up. She'll be all right.
Well, let's get your guys' take on this episode. Do you think the right person was eliminated? What do you think about the judges? What's going on with some of that? And let us know your favorite dance.
Villains!
All right. Well, give us all your thoughts in the comments. And if you did enjoy this discussion, subscribe for more. Give us a like. Support us further. Check those links to the store, our Patreon. And we'll see you here next time.